Hello, everybody, and happy weekend. So, I wanted to take a minute to explain to everybody about why we need to care about the MK Ultra programming, okay? Because it's coming out right now, and a lot of people, you guys, it's not your fault. We all are programmed to look away from it because it is the biggest secret, okay? It's the biggest secret, and it ties into everything else: origin stories, magic, aliens, ancestors, Rh negative blood, cloning, all of it. It exposes all of it, and that's why they keep it such a big secret. Now, at the beginning, it was a good idea. The MK Ultra programming was a good idea. They were trying to figure out a way to use the human psyche to create a super soldier. And if you ever want to listen to an actual story of somebody that was born traumatized, reconstructed, and then sent out to work for a government agency in another country, go look for Max Spiers, Spiers. Rest in peace, Max. He was taken out because he was telling everybody what it is. And the whole idea was to create a super soldier, one that you could send into situations. You could give them sensitive information. They would deliver that information, and then you literally wipe their brain like you're just deleting a file. That's what MK Ultra programming is. I want you guys to go and look up the fantastic story of Candy Jones. She was the first female that they did this on, that is recorded and documented. And it's only because she happened to marry a very famous radio host that any of that was even exposed. She had no idea that she was living that life, because the hypnosis part, the breaking down, hang on. But her husband noticed, because the woman that he married all of a sudden was just switched. That's multiple personality. That's dissociative identity disorder, okay? And it happens on a switch. It happens on cues. You guys, they use it to this day because they perfected it from espionage to the general public. And that's why I am so out here about programming. Understand you're being programmed. And the story that everybody, I keep telling everybody to start with Kathy O'Brien, but maybe in current times, because Candy Jones, you guys, was in the 1940s. 1940s. How much technology and how much advancement do you think that they have in that system 80 years later? They're doing it through your devices, media, your news. What are you watching? What are they telling you to believe? Where are they telling you to look? Because they're certainly telling you not to look at this. It is one of the most horrific, evil things on this planet. It's the most. And it exposes everything. So of course you're programmed not to look at it. You're allowed to get angry and you're allowed to fight about it, but you're programmed to do nothing. Because if everybody all of a sudden looked, my best friend of my whole life, we've known each other since we were 12, I'm 56, will not watch my video that I just posted. She said, sorry, I don't watch the news, and I support your cause. I said, well, how do you support my cause when you won't even watch the video? That's my best friend in the whole world. You would think that she would be the one that I could share that with, but that's how bad this is. I don't blame her for not wanting to look. I don't blame any of us for not wanting to look. But if you want to start in a palatable way, do you guys all remember a couple years ago, the Balenciaga and the Wayfair and all that kind of stuff? Go find the story. It's available online. It's free. Fiona Barnett, Eyes Wide Open. The movie Eyes Wide Shut with Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise. Look up who Nicole Kidman's father was. All of it is connected, you guys. All of it. But they have you looking in the wrong dots. They're getting you to connect the wrong dots. And so therefore you'll never, ever, ever have a full picture. Start with Fiona and Allie Carter. And protect Allie Carter at all costs, you guys, because she is the connection to the nefariousness of the music industry. She is telling everybody the story as well. Y'all are focused on Jaguar Wright and all the drama and the tea. Most of those people are already dead. Why? Focus on the living. Focus on the survivors. Focus on the ones that are trying to get you to understand what this is. It's horrible. But if we don't take off the blinders and break your programming, if you felt a little there, hi, I'm Serena. I'm a quantum Reiki master. Energetic phenom, if you will. I don't know about that. I'm trying to talk myself up these days. But anyways, we need to know. Because it's all about the programming that we're under. And the reason that they can take 800,000 children out of the United States alone every year. That many kids don't go missing. And during COVID, that number dropped down to under 22,000. Somebody's taken them. And we are the only ones standing in between our children, our future, and them. Let me know what you think in the comments. Follow along. I'm going to give this to you in a palatable way, you guys. And I'm being invited to podcasts, so please stay tuned for that. I've spent all these years researching this and being traumatized by what I've uncovered. I don't want to do that to you. We're going to get past that and into action. Visit agaperescueschildren.org, AGAPE, rescueschildren.org. Print off their prevention manual, download it, share it to everybody you know. Because the way that we stop this is we are aware first. And we get our kids to be aware, because that's the world we live in, you guys. We're changing, and it's happening rapidly. But right now, they still need to be ultra aware. Okay? So I'll do more on this later. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll try to keep all of these under 10 minutes. But the subject matter needs to be talked about, and it needs to be talked about in a way that is effective and not just drama. The stories have been silenced for so long. Now that we're finally getting some traction, we can't let this stop, you guys, because then what happens? It just keeps repeating. It just keeps repeating because they are programming you every minute of every day. And there's people like me who, for whatever reason, can't be programmed. And we see it, and we're exposing it. But you're programmed not to believe it. So, anyways, take that for what you will. Have a super day, you guys. It's the weekend. Go have fun and be awesome, and keep your vibe high. And we can fix all of this with way more love. Seriously. Seriously.